I'm looking for someone sitting quietly to hold Q Bear during our story.
Bryson, come here, please. Bryson, come over here, please.
Today we're going to be reading a special story. I like this one. It's called Pouch. Pouch. Put your thumb up if you know what kind of animal this is on the cover of our book. Put your thumb up if you know. Lizzie, what kind of animal is this? A kangaroo.
I know what a kangaroo is.
Put your thumb up if you know what this page out of our book is called.
The title.
This is our front cover. What is this called, Layla?
The front.
This is our title page.
Title. Why does everybody have to take my turn? I didn't say.
When he was a brand new kangaroo, Joey lived in a pouch until one day. Boys and girls, raise your hand if you know what brand new means. When we say something's brand new, like the kangaroo is brand new, what does that mean? LJ?
That means
He's new. He's a baby, isn't he? He's a baby kangaroo, and he lived in his mama's pouch until one day he peeked out and saw the world, and his mama smiling down at him. Raise your hand if you know what peeked means. Kevin, what is peeked?
peek out.
He peeked out. Show me peek. Put your hands over your eyes and peek through your fingers. So he peeked out of the pouch and saw the world. Mama, said Joey, I want to hop. So he's talking to his mama. Isaiah's right. Animals can't really talk, boys and girls, so what kind of story is this?
It's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
And it's a make-believe.
Okay, I'm going to put this down here. So he said, this is a fantasy. He climbed out of the pouch and took 2 hops to the tall grass. I'll read it and then I'll turn around so you can see the pictures, okay?
Ow!
So he climbed out of the pouch and took 2 hops in the tall grass. Connor, can you show us what 2 hops looks like? Can you stand up and show 2 hops?
1, 2.
Good job, Connor. So there he is. There's Joey. He says, who are you? And there's a bumblebee. He says, bee. Everyone show me your bumblebee. Uh-oh. Joey says, pouch. Why do you think he said pouch? Why does he want to go back in his mama's pouch after he saw that bumblebee? Zachary?
He's scared that he's gonna get eaten or sting.
How do you know he's scared?
Because the bumblebee doesn't know that kangaroos don't eat flowers.
Can you tell in the picture that Joey's scared? Can you tell by looking at Joey's face that he's scared of that bumblebee? Isaiah, how can you tell he's scared?
Because he's just a baby.
He's just a baby, but how can you tell in the picture that he's scared?
Because he doesn't really like bumblebee.
What about his eyes? When his eyes are all... Show me your wide eyes when you're scared. Your eyes open up really wide when you're scared of something. So you can tell by his face in the picture that he's kind of scared of that bumblebee. So there he goes. He's back in his mama's pouch, nice and safe. But soon, he wanted to hop again. So Joey wants to go out and explore the world. So he jumped back out of his mama's pouch and he wants to hop around. He took 3 hops to the little hill. Oh, let's see, Layla, can you show us 3 hops?
1, 2, 3.
Good job. And he came across somebody else. He says, "Who are you?" And the little rabbit says, "Rabbit." See him poking out of his hole in the ground? Isaiah, can you pretend like you're the little rabbit and you're poking out of the ground? Okay. Poked up out of the ground. "Ouch!" said Joey. So is Joey scared again, or is he happy to meet the rabbit?
He's scared.
I think he's a little scared again. Look, he wants to go back in his mama's pouch. He's not really sure about the rabbit.
I like that.
But soon he wanted to hop again. So did Joey want to stay in his mom's pouch, or was he ready to go back out and explore?
Go back out. Go back out and explore.
Yeah. He got a little scared, so he went back in his mom's pouch to hide, but he's ready to go back out and see what else is out there. He took 4 hops to Sandy Hollow. Aubrey's going to show us 4 hops.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good job.
You did 5.
So there he
No,
goes.
she did.
Can you tell in this picture, is Joey happy, sad, mad? Look at his face. How can you tell? Layla, how can you tell?
Because there's no one scaring him.
There's no one scaring him. Can you look? Do you see a smile on his face? So he's pretty happy.
And
He
because
loves to
there's
explore.
no one there, and there's nothing
There's no one around scaring him.
but a bunny. Not fine. Oh no! Oh no!
Who are you?
He said,
Bird. What do you think he's going to do next?
jump back in her mommy's house.
Think he's going to go back to his mom's pouch? Let's see.
Yeah.
Pouch, said Joey. Can you tell see how the words are really, really dark and they're big? And this is called an exclamation point. So if I see something like this and the words are really big and dark, should I whisper that word? Should I say pouch? Or does that mean I should say pouch? Like really excited and loud. How should I say it, Holden? Am I supposed to whisper this word, or should I say it really loud and excited?
Pouch.
Can you?
No.
Should I say it loud? Good job. So he says pouch because he's really excited. So you have to say that kind of loud. But soon he wanted to hop again. He took 5 hops this time to the pasture fence. Kevin's going to show us 5 hops.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good job.
That's the biggest
So now
job.
he's going to the pasture fence. Let's see what he runs into here.
Another kangaroo.
Who are you? Kangaroo. Can you tell by both of their faces? Are they happy to meet each other, or are they both a little scared?
A little scared.
Elijah, how can you tell? You're right, Aubrey, their eyes. What are they doing? What are their eyes doing?
Popping up really big.
Okay, let's see your scared eyes again. If something surprises you or you're a little scared, your eyes pop out. So they're both kind of scared of each other. Maybe he's never seen another baby kangaroo before.
He has. His mom wants me to.
Pouch! Said the 2 kangaroos.
So happy.
So they both look really scared. Look, their eyes are out really wide and they look like they're running away.
No, there's an exclamation mark.
Yeah, and there's an exclamation mark and these words are big and dark. So they're
Pouch!
pouch.
Pouch!
Wait, said Joey. You are afraid of me too? So he's asking the other, so they're both running away. What are they doing down here in this picture? They're laughing. It says hee 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 hee. They're both laughing. Why do you think they're laughing now?
That's so funny.
Isaiah, why are they laughing?
Because they thought they were scared of each other, but he didn't know that she was a kangaroo.
Yeah, they thought it was funny that they were both scared of each other. So they were going to run away, and then they thought, wait, you're scared of me too? And they thought that was pretty funny. What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think they're going to go back to your mom's couch? Do you think maybe they'll be friends?
Yes. Be friends.
LJ, what do you think is going to happen?
Then Mama going to say, how did they get two?
You think they're going to be friends? Put your thumbs up if you think they might be friends. Then they hopped, hop, 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 hoppity hopped everywhere. Looks like they're friends. Do they look scared in this picture over here together?
No.
No, they look pretty happy. They've got smiles, and they're hopping everywhere together now, aren't they, Isaiah? Oh, did you notice? Yeah, did you notice something else? There's a kangaroo behind this tree. Do you think maybe that's Joey's mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good detail that you pointed out, Connor. There's Joey's mom just watching him to make sure that he's okay.
There's the bunny rabbit.
You see a bunny rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the rabbit that poked out. And there's the bird he saw.
There's the bunny.
Maybe there's a bumblebee somewhere that he's reading. Pouch, said the mamas. So the moms are asking if they need to go back in the pouch.
It looks like a dad.
No thanks. So why don't they want to go back in their mama's pouches?
Because they're not scared anymore.
They're not scared anymore. They made a new friend.
That's daddy, not a
And usually the baby kangaroos, they're called joeys, they go in their mama's pouches.
It's a
You think that's the daddy?
Yes.
This one over here?
They're different.
They're different.
I found the bigger. That's like by itself.
So did you think that they were going to be friends that whole time?
There's a question mark.
It's a question mark we're asking what? Because the mama said pouch. She wanted to know if they wanted to go back in their pouches.
No, that's a mystery. I'm gonna play this game.
You guys did a really great job with the story. Okay, this is my first reflection video after my first lesson. The first question is, discuss how you planned for any anticipated behavior issues and how you implemented that plan during the lesson. For the most part, what I did was kind of redirect. So if I noticed some students were kind of either messing with other kids, or maybe they were talking out of turn, or kind of getting kind of squirrely on the rug, because you couldn't see, but I was sitting in a chair and the students were on a rug. So if I could see them kind of either losing attention or doing something they're not supposed to, I would just redirect. So sometimes I would call a student's name if I wanted them to answer a question specifically, or I would say their name. And this is actually something I've noticed my cooperating teacher does a lot too. I say their name to get their attention instead of calling them out and saying, Joey, stop doing that. I say, Joey, did you see that in our story there's a kangaroo? And I just try to redirect their attention, bring them back into the lesson versus calling them out and kind of embarrassing them. So, and I think that's less disruptive to the other students when you just mention their name and you get their attention immediately, and the other students might not even notice that you were doing that. So that's something that I try to do for the most part. And you can kind of see, you could see in the video there is there's some magnets behind me and there's some little paws, and that's our behavior chart. So I kind of talked to the students before we sat down to read, because we had just gone over our math procedures, and so we had then talked about the pause, and we'd introduced that last week. So the students knew, after rug time, we talk about we talk about the pause and our behavior chart. So we move up some students that were doing a good job. So they knew that was bought that after rug time, after our story time that day, that we would go over the behavior chart, and they would get their paws moved up if they did a nice job on the rug. So that's another kind of behavior plan that we do in the classroom. Now, as far as any anticipated behaviors during the lesson, we do have kind of a set of procedures that we do. So if a student's on the rug and they are not, they're messing with other kids around them, then they have to move to their chair at their table. From there, if they're continuing to make noises or be disruptive in any way, we have something called a safe seat, and we try not to use the safe seat as something that is like a punishment. It's not supposed to serve as a punishment. It's supposed to be a place for students to go so that they can kind of calm and maybe get away from other students. They can also put themselves in the safe seat if they feel like they just need some time kind of to themselves. So you're kind of anticipating if there are any students, because we have a couple that have a hard time sitting on the rug for a long length of time. And it's really the 15 minutes for the lesson. I had some, I just wasn't sure if they could sit on the rug for that long, really, without getting up and moving. So if we had any behavior issues, I anticipated having them go to their seat and then from there move to the safe seat. And we've never had to do this in our class so far. But from the safe seat, if they continue to have issues, they then go to our what we call buddy room. So that was kind of my plan. I didn't have to do that during the lesson. They did a really nice job. Second question, discuss any classroom management challenges that arose and how you handled those. I actually didn't have many issues at all. A couple of kids kind of talk at a turn, and that really doesn't bother me a lot because it was a pretty casual setting. And I brought up a lot of questions, and it was a an informal kind of discussion, so that really didn't bother me at all. And like I said, I just kind of redirected any students that were talking too much, or when I was reading it was time for them to stop talking, so I just kind of said their name to redirect them. Question 3. Discuss how you would change your approach in future lessons based on what you learned from this teaching experience. One thing, if I were to do this lesson again, and maybe not for a recording or anything, the book, I think that was kind of distracting, especially watching the video now. The big book was kind of hard to maneuver, and I think maybe I would use that as put that on an easel. I think I spent a lot of time, trying to flip through that. And so that was kind of, like when I was watching that was kind of distracting. I don't know if that was distracting to the kids, but I would definitely want to put that on an easel or have that propped up so that I could be turning the pages and the kids could get a clear view, because we really wanted to point out the key details in the story. So, I'd want to get rid of the distractions of me flipping those big pages. Another thing is I said shh a lot, which I didn't notice that I did that so much during the story, but watching it, I realized I did that. So I'd maybe do something a little less disruptive, and maybe just use more sign language and try to get them to be quiet. And I think, at the end of the story, I kind of just ended it, and then my cooperating teacher started asking the kids a few questions, but I really wish I would have asked more in-depth questions about the story at the end. I think the students did pretty well. I was kind of disappointed that my video was shorter. I kind of did a dry run at home before the lesson, and kind of anticipated kids talking and things like that, and I thought I would actually go over the 15 minutes, and I was at about 13, so I was a little disappointed about that. But overall, I think the lesson went pretty well, and the students did a really great job. Very fortunate. We have a very good class this year. Thank you.